First thing to notice, see this loading bar? How you can see the game loading? That's great. Because if you can't see the game loading, you don't know if it's just taking a long time or if your computer's lagging and messed up. So that's good. Thank you, LUFTRAUSERS. Okay, it's the small things. It's all about the small things. I don't think I'll ever get that title right the first time. This is AndHeDrew from AndHeGames, and we're doing another It's the Small Things today, and this is about LUFTRAUSERS, which, by the way, LUFTRAUSERS is a fantastic game. So much fun. It is one of the best, most responsive, just good, plain good feeling control schemes I've ever played. It's quite nice. And it has a bunch of customization for your plane. It has this really cool aesthetic, which I quite like. A bunch of unlocks, a bunch of different ways to destroy your enemies, and I'm terrible at it, but I like it. It's the only sort of bullet hell type game that I've ever gotten into. No. And that is really partially or mostly because its controls are just so good, and it feels so good to play that I love it. But this video is not about the game itself, not about the controls or about all the things I like about the gameplay. This is a video about what? The design, UI design, usability of LUFTRAUSERS, and there are a few problems. There are quite a few problems with that. So I'm going to die by taking on a battleship. Oh, well, I just killed it. Man. Come on. How about another one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, here's the hangar screen. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is there is seemingly no way to quit. Now, when I first saw this, I thought that, well, they just bound that to the escape button because that would make sense, but apparently that makes too much sense. So, pressing the escape button does nothing in any screen. Great. So how do you quit? There doesn't seem to be any way to do that. And I'll be honest, I didn't figure out the way they meant you to quit until I started researching for this video and getting into the menus really a little more in depth. And I was just command queuing it out of there. Every single time I played the game, I had to shut it down the way that they didn't intend me to shut it down. And that's ridiculous. That is really bad. When someone can't figure out how to quit your game, I don't know. Maybe they'd play it a lot more if they can't quit it. But since I don't want a dedicated LUFTRAUSERS machine, I had to figure out how to quit it. And I'll show you how to quit it. But first, to be able to quit, you have to figure out where the options menu is. Now tell me, look at this screen, okay? Where is the options menu? Options menu, hello? Options menu? There don't seem to be any settings of any kind, and it took me a very long time to find the options menu, and that is because you have to start the mission to get into the options menu, okay? So you start the mission, and all of a sudden you can press O for options. Wasn't that great? So it's not in the pause menu. No, if you're playing and you pause, there aren't any options or settings or anything, or you can't quit. It's just simply a pause. I love that it says T-break. That's awesome. But seriously, it took me a long time to find the options menu. Now that I've started a game, I can't quit the game, so I have to die. I kind of wish I could quit the game, but I will die. Kill me, please. Please? You know, it's so easy to die when you're not trying to die. It's really pretty difficult to die when you want to. There. Okay, I'm dead. So, let's go to the options menu. Press O for options. There are the options. Now, this down here is the only way to quit the game. So let's see. If you're in the main hangar screen, which oh, and then I can't press escape to get out of the options menu either. No, I have to press O, which is dumb. Okay, so if I'm in the main screen, I have to go, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, 2 screens over to quit. That's kind of ridiculous. Don't make your players do this. It's frustrating, and it makes me annoyed with the game right from the get-go because it won't let me quit. So, yeah, don't do this to your players. Now, and make escape get out of the options menu, out of every menu. Escape should work, because I want to escape. Okay, next thing we want to look at here is the navigation for these 3 screens. So we have the stats screen, we have the result or the hangar, I guess it's called result screen, and then the hangar screen. Okay, so the first thing I want you to notice is that these are in 3 distinct places. So you can't cycle through them like they're in a line over and over again. These have separate places. So you press the right button, right arrow button, you go to the stats, and then you can't progress past that. And then the hangars, rather the result menu is in the middle, and then the hangar is to the left, and you can't progress past that, so you can't flip through them. This is actually really good because you really don't. You want to have things be in specific places in a player's mind. So once you've been using these menus for a little while, the hangar is always to the right, so I don't even have to think about which way I need to go and have to worry about going the wrong way because it is a distinct place. It has this feeling of being to the right, like a separate physical place. So that's great. And another thing that is really awesome is if you go to the right to the hangar and then try to go right again. Okay, see how it's jumping like that? The whole thing is jumping. This also does on the left, if you try to go to the left. And that is really important because this is feedback. This is good feedback. So every time I press the button and I can't move on, it jumps like that. And that's wonderful because that is communicating to me that, nope, I can't go any further that way. You know, it's not your key stop. I don't think that my keys stopped working or that my computer is hanging up or taking time to load. I press it once and I can see the game is responding and it's saying, no, you can't do that. So that's wonderful. And another physical space, by the way, is the launch, which you press up. And then you go up to the battleship, and then you press down. It pulls this kind of projector screen down, which is really cool. So making places have their own physical, making screens having their own physical places in people's mind really helps the usability and helps it be a little more intuitive. And also, feedback is important. But there is something seriously wrong with these menus, and that is the section down in the right-hand corner where it's saying press this to go to stats, press this to go to hangar, press this to go to launch, etc. Okay, so the first problem with this is if you customize the controls, by the way, this is the worst control customization ever because you have to go through everything. Okay, now it's all messed up. Oh, and now I've somehow quit my game. Nope, minimized it. Okay, I don't know how I did that. So I'm going to skip all of these. I'm going to customize them. Now I can't even figure out how to... This is... great. So... I can't even figure out how to confirm that now. So I can't even select to customize the controls again, because enter doesn't do it. And it doesn't seem to have set a button. This is the problem with mashing keys to customize controls. But it's also a problem with the menu, because now I don't have a key that confirms at all. That's good. I think it might have double bound the keys. So I don't have one that will confirm, and I can't change the control because it's not mouse driven. Okay, hopefully quitting the game will rebind the well, I can't quit the game because I don't have a confirm button. So I'll just hit a Command Q. Try this again. Hopefully the controls will rebind. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reinstall the game. Oh, please. Please work. No. Okay, so this is a problem. Yeah, I've tried every key on my keyboard at this point. Okay, we're back again. After reinstalling, messing around, trying to fix my game that I broke, I finally figured out something. Finally figured out rebound my keys, and yes, this game allows you to wantonly disregard common sense and rebind keys any way you want to. So I, testing this out, locked myself out of my options menu and uninstalling the game might not help at this point. So this is a very good example of a way that you can just completely a really big design mistake. Now, I hope you understood what I did there. I opened up the customize controls option and just started mashing some keys just so I could demonstrate how the buttons in the main menu don't change when you reassign the keys. And I accidentally double assigned some keys and messed up the game completely. Now, that was a pretty stupid thing to do, and why would anyone do that? That's ridiculous. But when you are designing something that people are going to interact with, whatever it is, you have to take into account the people who are going to do stupid things. There's this wonderful quote by Douglas Adams, which goes, "A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools." Was what I did stupid? Yes, but it is really punishing when you make a mistake or when you do something dumb. The fact that you have to reinstall and or edit game files, or I don't even know I'm going to do to be able to fix my game at this point, is ridiculous. You should never have those kind of consequences for someone doing something stupid within your game. That's ridiculous.